Good morning, and welcome back to my No Name channel. So this is just a short video about what's happening in north of Bali, in Buleleng, in Singaraja, since the start of the virus in Bali, where a few weeks ago the government really said, okay, we have a few cases, and now we're up to 19 in Bali, and so state of emergency was declared yesterday, and the national government is closing down Indonesia to all foreigners, except those who have work or residence permits, or diplomats. So things are getting serious here. A lot of foreigners that thought they were going to hang around and play, a lot of the tourists suddenly have decided they wanted to go home because beaches are closed, and the tourists that have been bypassing the local authorities, the Pechalang, who've closed beaches on orders of the government or the Bupati, or the head of the village. Those tourists that have bypassed that have been being shamed on social media and being grabbed when possible by local authorities and told to go home. And so it's not fun anymore. Everything's closing, and so a lot of those tourists want to go home now, and they should. So we've basically given up on the tourism for this short term, and waiting to see what happens. Tests are here, and so people are being tested. So we went up the other day from 6 to 9, and then 9 to 19. There's no telling what's going to happen here. The government is going to be testing everybody that comes in. That includes Indonesians, because there are a lot of Indonesians out working on cruise ships, working overseas, Malaysia, Singapore, Hong Kong, and so they're going to be tested. So everybody is going to be tested. And if you are positive, you're going to be put in a government-controlled facility for 14 days or whatever it takes until you test positive. And if you're negative, you're going to be sent home and told to be under self-quarantine for 14 days. And so that's it. And so the next part of this video is just me the other day kind of doing a scan from the roof to show you what things look like here. People are still out, but nothing like before. I haven't been out. I've been sick, and so I was in self-quarantine. That period passed. I'm still sick. But that's common for me at this time of the year. But my doctor said, don't leave the house. You're too old. You have lung problems, so stay at home. So I have been. But from what my wife said, the markets are really crazy still. When the market is open, there was a well-meaning shutdown of the markets here by the Bupati from, it was open for 4 hours a day from 10 o'clock in the morning to 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And that just was pandemonium, like you can see from this picture here. Traffic jams in downtown Singaraja. And so the hours have been expanded again, but the markets are still full. I haven't talked to my wife yet today. She's still out shopping. So what's the situation like? It's quieter than usual. People aren't moving around as much. My wife said yesterday she was out downtown Singaraja, and after 4 o'clock all the stores were closed. Nothing was going on. She was looking for some medicine for me, and she only found one pharmacy. So that's it. If you're here, stay at home. Don't be an idiot. Don't try to get out to the beaches or restaurants. Most restaurants that are open still, they're providing delivery or pickup. Keep your social distance. Doesn't make any difference if you say, well, my neighbors aren't. You need to. We need to take responsibility for ourselves. And here we are, March 28th, and this is a scene from the harbor in Singaraja. Well, it's called the ex-harbor, and you see nobody there. This is Saturday noon. Usually it's packed there. There's cars, there's some tourists, local people, kids, and it's empty. And you can hear the sound. Maybe you can hear the sound. There's some way back there, if we can get past the motorcycles coming by here. Hindu ceremony off in the distance, and way out there. Okay, there we are. Way out there, and there's a temple right out there. I don't know. I've got the sun right overhead, so hard to see, but that's another kampung a ways from here, and so this is what it's like up here in Kampung Bugis. Quiet, with the instructions, the appeal from the government not to go out, stay at home, social distance, only leave your house if you have to. There's really nobody on the street. There's a few people not following social distancing rules right down here in front of my house, sitting alongside the seawall, but that's to be expected. Not everybody follows directions. And so let's go back here, and there's the restaurants by the bay, as I call them. You can see a person out there. Let's see, can we get it? There's one person out there. There he is. Okay, so it's quiet. Let's zoom out. This is, and you've probably heard this in many places, it's like the zombie apocalypse. Without the zombies, nothing's happening. My wife went to the market this morning, said nobody was there. It was going to be open 11 o'clock for a couple of hours. And so people are beginning to pay attention to the government's appeal to stay at home. It's a nice day. Like I said, it's just eerily quiet. Usually this time of day you hear lots of motorcycles, lots of cars, lots of trucks, because I'm just off the main road here that goes through Singaraja and on out east to the tourist area of Arsani and villages of Kubutambahan. A lot of traffic that goes through there, so you always hear truck noises, car noises. nothing. And to the west, over to the harbor in Gilimanuk, the tourist area of Lovina, lots of traffic comes through here. Not much today. I still have a cough, but not coronavirus. So you get the odd motorcycle or two coming by, and let's go around again and see what's happening out in the sea, the Bali Sea. And what do we see out there? Nothing. There was some boats out fishing this morning, but not too many. Now you have to remember that just a few days ago was Nyepi, the day of silence, when nobody is supposed to go out. I was not feeling real well that day, so I just laid in bed and watched TV. But Nyepi has been extended, and so what do we have? Just the ocean and the silence, which I have to admit I love. This is a noisy kampung. Get used to it, but you see, it's quiet. And in the meantime, the governor's asked everybody to kind of stay at home until the 30th, which is Monday, I think. We're not sure if school's going to open. It's supposed to open on Monday. We don't know if that's going to happen or not. I asked my daughter to check with Zoe's teacher and see if they're going to open, and I haven't heard back yet, but my guess is that it's not. And in the meantime, the word is from the newspapers that the government is considering lockdown situations, and they've gone ahead and okayed some of the provinces, Kabupatens, doing their own version of lockdown. Papua apparently has closed all of its airports. I think Maluku has as well. So this was happening without the president. The president said it was his decision, but regional authorities went ahead in an attempt to protect themselves, keep the number of COVID-19 cases low, and so we're just waiting, because things change here just by the hour. There's new directives coming out from regional governments, from the local governments, from the federal government, the national government, and somebody's burning off stuff out here. That's a lot of burning. Don't know what that is. So that's it for right now. Saturday, March 28th, 2020. So, thanks for viewing. Stay safe wherever you are. Stay at home.